Hello, once again. Welcome to Unboxed God, where we detox from religion and discover the God who refuses to fit inside the boxes we were given. I'm Tolu Sarah Johnson, and here we explore who God really is beyond fear, beyond formulas, and beyond everything we were taught to perform. If you're hungry for a real relationship with Him, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. So, this is the second commandment in the theme of loving, which is the third theme. And this second commandment, which is going to be the 19th overall, is do more than expected. Go the extra mile. That's what commandment 19 is said. It's telling us, go the extra miles. That's what you're supposed to be Christians for, isn't it? To learn to go the extra mile. So, what Jesus is undoing here, Jesus begins by referencing the old system, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. That system was legal justice, measured retaliation, fear revenge. It was designed to limit, harm, and heal art. But Jesus introduces something radical. Do not mirror what is done to you. Do not match energy for energy. Do not return arm with arm, because love does not operate by symmetry. Love operates by overflow. Isn't it interesting? Like we were living a world of eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth in Old Testament, and all of a sudden Jesus came and rewrote everything. And that's what the commandments and the parable is all about. Don't go this direction. I am not telling you to go that direction. It's like a radical opposite message to what the Old Testament people might have known. So let's read the Bible verse before we dive deeper. And that is Matthew 5:38-41. You have heard that it was said, eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them and other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Wow. It's easy to read, I will tell you. But it's not easy to do. But Jesus knows you can do it. Only with the grace of the Holy Spirit. But you know, it's interesting. I've come across people that have not been in church. And they're so extremely loving. Even though people keep hurting them, they keep going back, being themselves. People's attitude has changed how I love. I must confess to you. Over the years, I've shown people love, and they've hurt me really deeply that a lot of times I've built a barrier. I will only love you to an extent, and I will not allow you in. For you to come in, you have to be someone that is loyal to me, and I'll be loyal to you. But Jesus is saying, Tolu, you could still extend love to them. You could still extend kindness to them. They might not be your close friend, but you could still help them however you can. So that's how I see this. That's how I'm interpreting this commandment. You might interpret it in any other way. But turning the other cheek, I'm learning to know it's not weakness. Before we were taught to see turning the other cheek as weakness. But it is not weakness. It's teaching superiority of spirit. Retaliation lowers you to the level of defense of the offense, but love lifts you above it. Yes, no matter what they do. When they see that they're not making any impact on you, it doesn't change who you are. You still love them. A lot of time you weaken them. And they get confused because they were expecting retaliation. They were expecting some actions from you. but you're not giving them the action they were expecting. You are actually directing love towards them. And in many situations, that love can turn the other person around and look at you from a different perspective. And they could see Jesus through you, and they could say, yes, I'm willing to follow this Jesus you carry, because I wasn't expecting the action from you. I was expecting you to retaliate, but you're not. So the person who harms you expect anger, revenge, hostility. But when you respond with grace, you interrupt the pattern, you break the cycle, and you show that you cannot be pulled into the same darkness. Yes, no, I was telling you in the previous video where I said God said I should go and give voucher to someone that has already robbed me already. And immediately I did that, the person started misbehaving. He wanted to invite me back into his life, and I said, no, that time is past. That ship has sailed. It's past. But if I meet him today and I know I can be of help to him, I will help him. But I'm not going to be your close friend. So you need to utilize wisdom as well. Apply wisdom in the way you act. Give more than ask. Jesus continues, if they sue you for your shirt, give them your coat also. This is not about clothes. It's about refusing to fight for your right when love can win the moment. Instead, it's saying, I value peace and relationship more than proving I am right. And that goes against every instinct of the flesh. But this is exactly how Jesus lived. And I will tell you, if you start living this way, your life is going to be impacted in a positive way profoundly. Because I have experienced, since I've become so close to God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit, there's been so many things I don't allow to steal away my peace anymore, because it does not worth it. So, what do we think is the historical meaning of 1 mile? Romans showed us could legally force any citizen to carry their equipment for 1 mile. It was humiliating. It was imposed. It was resented. And Jesus says, when they force you for 1 mile, go 2. Why? Because the 2nd mile is your choice. The 1st mile is obligation. The 2nd mile is love. And that is where witness begins. And a lot of us, we stop at the 1st mile. We stop at the obligation. You don't want to love him. You just want to do absolutely the minimum. You pay your tithe in church. You stop at the obligation for the ones that pay it. And when you see an homeless person asking you for help, you assume, I've paid my tithe. I don't need to help you. But by helping that person, you're going the extra mile. A lot of you pay tithe because the spotlight is on you. Not because you want to willingly do. You pay offering. But you see a single mother that needs your help in the church. You overlook them. That's what Jesus is saying. Go the extra mile. Inconvenience yourself to bless people. And don't expect them to reciprocate. Do it just for the sake of love. Not for the sake of expecting them to do things back to you. I could share a testimony to you guys. When my husband passed away, I was shocked. But even in that shock, 4 days after my husband passed away, I thought, wow, is this what it is to be a widow? Imagine, there's so many people out there that don't have money, that they don't know how they'll feed their family. Then I started the foundation of my husband's name. Till today, all the people I give support from my own income every month, I don't know them. I've not seen them. I don't know who they are. But I don't care to know them. Because I am obeying God's commandment. Tolu, go the extra mile. In that situation, when I lost my husband, the enemy expect me to go spiral, but I went the other direction intentionally to frustrate him even the more. So what are you going to choose? Will you continue to please the devil? Or are you going to say, even with this pain, with this inconvenience, I'm still in a better position than somebody, so I can still be a joy to another person? I was at work today and my colleague said, Tolu, you're always smiling. You're always happy. You're never sad. I said, yes, because God gave me a gift that helps me to smile, and sadness is, I'm allergic to sadness. That was what I told the person. Of course I get sad, but I've been able to see life from the lens of God. Because God said something that was profound to me recently. No one suffers like I do. No one has gone to the extent of pain that I have. No one has love like I carry. So if my papa is carrying that quietly, why should I make noise? So look beyond yourself. Start going the extra mile from now. And what this looks like today, what does the extra mile look like? This commandment lives in everyday moment, watching someone's children without being asked twice. Yes, someone wants to take care of it. Helping someone beyond what they requested. Giving more than what was owed. Offering kindness without an agenda. And seeing a need before it is spoken. It is not about doing the minimum. It's about doing the unexpected. It is doing exceedingly abundantly more than you ever expect. More than God expects from you. Go the extra mile for him. Let him know that he can trust you. Give him your loyalty. Because love that is expected does not surprise the heart. Love that goes beyond leaves an imprint. Are you going to leave an imprint in the heart of God? That's what I live by. Every day I want to leave an imprint on his heart for God to say, this my daughter Tolu. She's gone the extra mile that I cannot do without recognizing her. I have to single her out. Can God single you out? But you don't even need to be a Christian for God to single you out. Because this is not about religion. This is about the state of your heart. So, why this is so difficult? Because everything in us wants fairness. We want to be treated equally. We want to be respected. We want to be repaid properly. But Jesus is not teaching fairness. He's teaching generosity of the spirit. A person who lives this way cannot be easily offended, cannot be easily manipulated, and cannot be easily provoked. They are free. So, the hidden problem Jesus exposes is many believers do things with hidden agendas. We help in order to convert, to prove something, to feel righteous, to be seen. You see a lot of people, they say they give and they come to announce their gift. What's the point? There's no longer value in that. What was your intention? Is it to be praised? But Jesus says, go the extra mile without agenda. Maybe you've been going the extra mile, but you've got agenda. Now, continue going the extra mile, but remove the agenda. Let it be based 100% on love, on loyalty to Papa. Because you love him, because you love Jesus, because you love the Holy Spirit. That's why you go that extra mile for other people. Just love, just give, just be kind. Let love be love, not strategy. I want you to think of this analogy, the table tennis spin. Jesus compares this to a spin in a table tennis. When someone hits a spin shot, if you hit back normally, the ball flies off. But if you return it with the opposite spin, the ball straightens. So arm comes with a spin. But if you return arm, normally it escalates. But if you return it with love, it straightens the situation. So love is the counter spin to evil. What did I say? Love is the counter spin to evil. So start loving in an extravagant way. Start loving. And what this commandment produces, a person who goes the extra mile becomes flexible like a palm tree in the wind, generous without calculation, kind without expectation, peaceful without pride. They are not rigid. They are not easily offended. They are not easily shaken. They are free. And that's my testimony today. I am free. Freeing God. So, the deeper lesson about love is Jesus is teaching love is not proven when you do what is required. Love is revealed when you do what is not required. And that is the extra mile. What love are you going to give to the Trinity today that is not required of you? How are you going to love His creation? How are you going to love people around you that are desperately in need? Stop closing your eyes to people's name. Start opening it. That is what Christ came for. Christ did not come for Christianity. Christ came for His followers that will follow Him in His ways, in His habits, in His behaviors, in His characteristics. Not people that will cling onto religion and they will not let go of religion. But rather, be the one pointing fingers at people that they're supposed to show love to. So the question this commandment asks is, when someone asks you for one thing, do you do exactly that? Or do you do more? Because the second mile is where Jesus lives. And I hope you've been blessed by this. See you in the third commandment in this series. God bless.